Hey, this is Prometheus giving you another scheme breakdown. This is out of the Ravens playbook, and the formation is the single back doubles. This is a good running formation and also a passing formation. And what I like about this formation is that I'm going to get a lot of depth with my pass plays, where I can pick up pretty big yardage games and hopefully get some good yardage after the catch. I do want to go into the audibles. All right, so I am going to go ahead and make a couple adjustments on audibles. First and foremost, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of slants, and I'm going to switch that over to the Y option. I like that because I've got the smash concept. Anytime you have a hitch route on the outside wide receiver, it's something that's good against man coverage. Secondly, a lot of times I like to keep an inside run for my run play. But if you take a look at this formation, I've got halfback dive, I got 0-1 trap, I've got a draw, I got a zone weak. It's all inside run plays. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use an outside run, such as a halfback stretch is my base run play. I'm going to go ahead and remove verticals. I'm going to put in this really cool play, which is play action corner post. This has got a unique route, which is a corner post route, which has a lot of effectiveness. And I'm going to leave the play action boot as my other play, so I can actually go ahead and hit the other side of the field. All right, so if you're familiar with my channel, I like to make sure that I use run plays as my base play. And since my audible is going to be the halfback stretch, I want to go ahead and select an inside run. So you've got the halfback dive, you got the 0-1 trap, you got the halfback pump draw. The draw is going to be ideal against your opponent if he likes to use a lot of zone coverage. That's going to actually pick up some pretty good yards. Zone weak is a good run. It's going to be off the left-hand side, and then you're actually going to have the 0-1 trap where you got the pulling guard. So let's go with the trap. Real simple alignment. Just wait for the pulling guard, and you got a nice little hole right there, and I'll pick up 5 or 6 yards anytime. Now you can use that the weak play, the zone weak, if you got an opponent that starts spreading the line out, or they start shifting the line over to the tight end side, and it's going to get you a nice little hole right there. You're going to take the ball off the left-hand side. You don't have to give it away. You see right there, I got pretty good yards with the zone run like that. Now, if you got off coverage, your opponent's running a lot of coverage. You can hit him with the pump draw. This is going to fake a pass to the outside towards Brown, the slot receiver, and then go ahead and give the ball off to the running back. So sometimes you're really going to get some crazy separation. 15. Now, if you see the numbers, you count the numbers, and you've got pretty light blocking on the outside, or the opponent starts pinching the middle, you can go to that stretch audible, and as you can see, you're going to get that depth, able to pick up some pretty good yards off the right-hand side. And conversely, if your opponent is cheating off to the right-hand side, you can go ahead and flip the play to the left and just look for the holes right there, pick up a good 10 yards, 5 yards or so. So let's take a look at a screen play. Now, if your opponent starts cheating down a little bit, what you can do is you can make a couple adjustments on this wide receiver screen. You're going to have the tackle and the tight end, and they're going to come out and block for you as Smith gets behind the line of scrimmage. The adjustments I like to do is I like to take 4 set and put them on the wheel route, and I'm going to take my wide receiver Smith and put him on a basically on a drag route. And I'm actually going to read Smith on this screen route. And if the defender, actually the corner, actually follows Smith, then that means I'm going to have one-on-one coverage on a corner route with the wide receiver Brown, and I can hit him on the outside. Conversely, if the corner does not follow Smith, that means I'm in zone coverage, and I should be able to hit Smith Sr. on the right-hand side and able to go ahead and pick up some pretty good yards. So let's go ahead and take a look at this play. So it is zone, and able to go ahead and pick up some pretty good yards, even though I got rid of that ball a little bit late. But look at that, I was able to pick up 15 yards with the ball. And this time we got man coverage, so I'm able to go ahead and hit the angle route to actually get a pick up a good 10 yards. What I like about this wide receiver screen, it just forces your opponent to defend another aspect of the game, which is the underneath coverage. So it's a nice thing to mix in with your run game. All right, so the first play we're going to look at is going to be the wide option, and what I like about this play is that it has a built-in man coverage beater. So if you start picking up on your tendency of your opponent, you start seeing his plays after the play, and he's picking a lot of man coverage, just as cover 2 man, you can use this play to actually go ahead and beat him with it. So as you can see, the corners are actually pressed down on the wide receivers. I'm going to go ahead and just I'm going to hot route that hitch route. And I'm going to go ahead and take Pitter and put him on a slant on the left-hand side. The read's going to be Smith. If the corner gives me the back, it means it's man coverage, and I should be able to hit that hitch route fairly easy. If the corner actually pushes Smith off of his route, then it's going to be cover 2, and I'll be looking for Pitter over the middle. So I get the back, able to go ahead and pick up a easy 11 yards, 12 yards on that play. Now, conversely, if it's off coverage like this, really that hitch route is going to be money at 5 yards. The other defenders are not going to be able to get out there in time for me to hit it. So all I'm going to do is go ahead and take the hitch route, just get the ball off and pick up a good 7, 8 yards right there. And I'll just keep taking the hitch route if I can get it. As you can see right there, I'm able to pick up a touchdown from that. Now, if I wanted to switch things up against my opponent, he's running a lot of coverage, what I could do is I can go ahead and take Smith and put him in a drag route, much like the screen concept earlier, and go ahead and take Pitta, and I can either hot route him or I can go ahead and just put him on a hook route. And if the defender actually defends, that means the corner is going to be wide open for an easy first down. Conversely, if the corner doesn't follow, I've got easy 5 or 6 yards with the zone coverage. All right, so the next play we're going to look at is going to be the play action corner. And basically this is going to be a play that's going to get a lot of depth and pick up big chunks of yards. What I like about this play is that unique corner post route over on the left-hand side. And really my reads are going to be either press or off coverage. Now I like this play more for off coverage, primarily because I can hit that corner post route. So really all I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and comes as a play action. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that play action. I'm going to block my running back to give me some time to let this play develop. I'm going to look on the left-hand side first, and it's going to be my first read. I'm going to look at Smith's senior and see what happens. And when he makes his little out cut towards the sideline, I'm going to just pass lead the ball off to the left-hand side and just rifle it. And what happens is the corner actually gets stupid. I'm able to pick up a good 15 yards or maybe more. All right, so got the depth. Looks like a cover 4 right here, and even then I can keep on hitting that out route and pick up that corner post route. Now, if I got press coverage, this either is going to be cover 2 or it's going to be man coverage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go be looking for my inside routes, my routes with Pitta and with Brown. Either way you look at it, if it's pressed like this, either Brown or Pitta is going to get wide open, especially if it is some kind of man coverage, which it is right here. And look at that, a good 25 yards with that play. Conversely, I've got a zone on the left-hand side with the tight end. I can actually pick up a man coverage too. So this is a nice little play that actually can really cause your opponent a hard time. All right, so I'm going to be, I've got a lot of attack is going to be off to the left-hand side, but I'm going to have to go ahead and hit to the right-hand side to keep my opponent honest. So my final audible is going to be the play action boot. This is the standard audible. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and look to the tight end first. If he stays in the block, that means there's going to be some kind of pressure. That would mean that Brown or Smith should be wide open. My progressions are going to be the tight end in the flat, then Brown, then Smith. And if no one comes out in the flat, I'm going to go ahead and take the check down and pick up the easy 5 or 6 yards or more. And if I can get the next level, do that with Brown, pick up a good 15 yards right there. And if my opponent plays a lot of shallow zones, I can hit him up top for the big play with Smith Sr. over the middle, picking up a big first down. So I hope you like this scheme. This is just is going to be a scheme I'm going to go ahead and test out. I do like that play action corner post route. It's kind of a unique route. I'm going to go ahead and see how this works in game. So once again, this is a custom playbook. I'll be rolling out a MUT scheme too. So if you do like the schemes, go ahead and hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, please keep in mind that what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this in a live game, so you can see how effective the scheme works against real live opponents. You can see the adjustments that I make and my reads as I go. Thanks again for my supporters. Until next time.